Hey there everybody, Pika here, and welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts Re.Chain of Memories. In the last episode, we managed to go and defeat Captain Hook, and now in this episode, we're going to continue on with the glorious plot.
You're... Riku! What are you doing here?
Not happy to see me? Let me know if I'm getting in the way. You know, of something that's more important.
Huh? I didn't mean that.
Spare the excuses. I bet that you had all but forgotten about me.
Are you crazy? Come on, I came all this way looking for you.
But you're not anymore, right? Now it's only Naminé that you're looking for. You don't care about me, just like you never cared. At all. About her feelings.
Naminé's?
I knew it. Never even gave it a thought, did you? Just 'cause you want to see Naminé. Sorry. Doesn't go both ways. Tell you the truth, Naminé doesn't even want to look at your face.
Why not?
You should ask your memories. Why Naminé disappeared from the islands. Remember that, and you'd know.
Did I do something? Is it my fault? Riku.
Go home, Sora. I'll care for Naminé. Anyone who goes near her goes through me!
What's wrong with you? We're supposed to be friends!
Please, Sora. Since when have you ever cared about me? Naminé's not the only one who's sick of looking at you. So am I!
Riku, stop it!
And now we have to go ahead and fight our boy Riku yet again. And the first fight is kind of easy because he doesn't really dish out the most annoying abilities. But this is the most powerful broken move in the game, Lethal Frame, which is called Lethal Flame in other translations, but it's actually called Lethal Frame. It ends up executing stopping the opponent, and it will basically allow you to get another attack out. If you have like 3 sets of Lethal Frame, you can essentially end up getting yourself another Lethal Frame to boot, and it's a really good move to utilize. Like what you can do for when you're doing these kind of fights, use Lethal Frame, use your sets of Lethal Frame, and then use Sonic Blade, use an elixir, and then lather, rinse, repeat, and then repeat ad nauseum. And you can pretty much beat almost every fight in this game by just doing that. And except for the final fight, because the boss kind of does teleport all over the place, and you can't really defeat his second form because of the fact that he's kind of in the air and trying to hit him is almost impossible. But yeah, other than that, this fight I did 3 times. 1 to get to see if I was ready. 2 to go ahead and see if I can get a good take. And this is basically a good take right here, which is the 3rd time that I fought him. So yeah, you end up getting Arrow for defeating him. And now we get to enjoy more cutscenes.
Oh, Riku, please wait!
Man, I can't even tell if Sora was happy to see him. But it's also weird that the fact that Riku is all done in his outfit. But whatever.
Riku, where are you?
Sora, are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Riku, what happened?
Sure was strange. Almost like Ansem was back, controlling Riku again.
But we got rid of Ansem for good.
Then I wonder what is wrong with Riku.
Hold on! The kid! If he's with Riku, he might be in danger. Sora?
I know. You're thinking Riku isn't your friend. But that's just not true.
You sure?
Well, I know he said some awful things to you back there. But you gotta remember, we are in Castle Oblivion. Why, folks lose their memory here a little bit at a time. Riku's probably just forgotten that the two of you were such close friends. That's all.
So he just forgot?
My guess is that's so. But Sora, instead of being sad, we have to figure out a way to help Riku get his memory back. If we all work together, why, we're sure to get you through this. No need to mope.
Jiminy's right. You shouldn't push your friends away.
Yeah. Okay.
Sora, do you remember our very first promise?
Huh?
Always smile. That was the promise we made to each other the first time we met. We promised to never forget to keep smiling.
You're right.
You're damn right we're right. Now Sora's all happy again because he has his friends to, always cheer him up. And that's really good because when his friends cheer him up, nobody else is really going to do it. Like, in all honesty, his friends really are his power because they're not going to do anything. So, in this episode, we're actually going to be heading into Atlantica because I don't want to do Hollow Bastion yet because the enemies that we're going to have to fight there are pretty annoying. And also, 100 Acre Woods, it's just set a mini game, so we're just going to bust out Atlantica because the boss there is pretty annoying and Ursula is not really one of my favorite bosses. Like, this game is really not designed well to face against bosses that are big and almost impossible to hit half of the time. It's like they are expecting you to go ahead and have a bunch of attack cards, but then, you can, and it's like, all right, well, whatever. I actually learned that sometimes even you can have 99 cards, obviously, but then trying to deal with holding 99 cards and probably expunging all 99 is almost impossible. You can get, like, the thing is, though, when you are leveling up in this game, you can either max out your HP or you can max out your CP. You cannot max out all three. You will always probably get every single slight in the game, but when you reach like level 99 or so, which is a trophy in this game if you manage to do that, for both Riku and Sora. So yeah, you can only max out either your CP or your health. Either way, you're probably going to max out your CP more often because you kind of want more cards to be able to attack your opponents rather than having nothing at all where you basically only have like 15 cards that can't really do much of anything, which is really terrible if you think about it. Anyways, Atlantica, it ends up sporting enemies that are all water-based. The same exact enemies, Dark Balls, are also introduced in this area as well. I start to set up a deck that will basically annihilate all enemies now, because after this point, I kind of want to go ahead and just blow through battles now. And I start to put in every single magic card inside the deck because why not? I have enough CP points. It doesn't really matter. Now the thing is though, is that you can't just have nothing but magic and potion item cards because the game will tell you to put at least one attack card in. which is weird because I actually wasn't really expecting that, and I learned that the hard way that you kind of do need at least one attack card. I think the reasoning for that is mainly because of the fact that you don't get Mega Ether until later down the road, and you only have Ether as your disposal, which makes sense. Also, this area, I don't know if the other areas also sport this too, but this area, I found that there are 2 treasure chest items that you can get. We're gonna get the first one, and then we're gonna get the second one later on, which is odd because I actually wasn't expecting to get another slight card. I kind of ends up insinuating that you should probably end up using the treasure chest cards, the different treasure chest cards twice, so that way you can be able to get the item that, that's, unique to the area. At this point, I was trying to figure out how the hell to actually change the deck because I couldn't figure it out. I wasn't really reading. So I'm like, wondering, like, wait a minute. How the hell do I switch my deck? Like, I'm still using number 1. How do I switch? So I just like, all right, I'm like confused by that. That doesn't make any sense. And then I end up like, oh, okay, that's how it works. And the game says that you have to have at least 1 attack card. It's like, oh, okay. So I just bust in and put in the Kingdom Key because why the hell not? But I didn't like the Kingdom Key being like the first card there, so I had to like take it and drag it down to the bottom because I kind of want to use the spell cards first. There are 2 enemies that are resistant to thunder. It's the screwdrivers, I think they're called, and also the big giant tank buster whale looking guys. They're also immune to thunder, because just like in KH1, they were never affected by thunder to begin with, and this is also the case with this. Proud Roar ends up doing stun damage, which is really good because it actually is a very long time. This is the only fight that you're gonna see, mainly because of the fact that the other fights, these are all the enemies. I think I showed the Dark Balls, but then again, you already saw Dark Balls already, so it doesn't even matter. Funny enough, I think after Hollow Bastion, because when Hollow Bastion is finished, I think that is all the enemies in this set of floors, because obviously 100 Acre Woods, there are no Heartlesses there. That would be kind of weird and interesting, but there are no Heartless there. It really would be kind of weird, like, in all honesty. Anyways, we're just gonna go through all these areas willy-nilly without any issues. And if it wasn't really obvious, we're gonna open one of the treasure chest doors. We're not losing cards that much. We have like some cards to be able to get through all the doors, which is really good because I don't want to end up losing all my cards and not have anything to really go about it, which would have been really, really bad in my honest opinion. So we just break all these barrels, get all these items, end up opening this chest, and it ends up containing Shock Impact, which using Simba and 2 Keyblade cards, we basically can send the enemies flying and also cause stop, which is really good. The key rewards card will actually be getting in the next episode. We actually won't be getting it in this episode, sadly. So yeah, you guys are gonna have to wait. But you know what? That's okay, because just waiting is like a specialty with a lot of people. So as of right now, we're kind of getting to the end of the episode. So yeah, for the next, once Chain of Memories is actually over and done with, we're probably going to be really good to go for the most part, because Chain of Memories is a pretty long game, but when we get to Riku's side of the story, it's going to be a little bit faster, mainly because of the fact that the bosses and the enemies are the same. The only things that are different are the just the bosses in each of the floors. The intermission floors. That's it. Those are like the only bosses that are unique. Everything else, everything that Sora fights, Riku fights as well, except for a couple of areas where Riku does fight a different boss, but those will obviously be shown. There are certain plot things that do happen in certain worlds, but after you gotten past, like, I think there are like 3 plot significant worlds, while the others are just essentially you just get the card guidance thing and you just go. You just literally just go. There's no stopping point. You just go. And to be honest, that is not that interesting to watch. With me just playing as Riku all the time, what's probably going to end up happening is I'm probably going to go ahead and probably just speed through it. Try to like make that post instead, because to be honest, it's nothing. And I also kind of need to need a little bit of a focus when I'm doing Riku's side of the story, because Riku's side of the story I'd never beaten, not even close to even getting to beating this friggin' story. I don't know why. But anyways, that is the end of this episode of Chain of Memories. I will see you guys in the next electrifying episode of Kingdom Hearts Re.Chain of Memories. See yas.